Hello and welcome. How is everyone doing tonight? Hello, hello. If you were here for the last stream, you may have noticed some quote-unquote improvements. Some of these improvements weren't quite ready yet, and so they were, well, they didn't quite play out the way I thought they would in recording. So the stream transition that I had so laboriously created for the stream here had a very upsetting audio glitch every time it would happen that I couldn't hear, but you could hear. And I spent about 15 to 20 minutes before stream trying to figure out what was causing it. And I had a good feeling what was causing it. It was partly due to the fact that the transition file had alpha channel. It was a .mov file. So, for some reason, it was freaking out OBS. It was just freaking it out real bad. But I think I fixed it. And I say fix with quotation marks because it's not exactly the way I want it to be. So in order to fix it, I had to delete its alpha channels and make it just an MP4 file. Right? So it works, I think. We'll see. Let's just head over to the desk, and you tell me how it sounds, alright? Here we go. How did that sound? Did it sound like your computer or your phone were about to explode? It's kind of hard to hear me. Really? It looks like I'm at a good volume. Am I too quiet? I could turn the music down and then you could turn me up. I can hear you good? Oh, okay, cool. It's a bit quiet. Why don't I give myself a little bit of gain? Just a touch of gain. Let me just remember how to do that. This might hurt. Hang on. I'm going to keep talking until it goes into the red, okay? La, skabada, skibidibidaba, skibidibep, skibidibabap, skibidibap, bip shmimna shmiflim scamap, shlimflam flam, shahalflam, halfayam, hi. Okay, that's about right below the red zone. How does this sound? Is this a good volume? Does it still sound good? What do you think? What does my voice sound like? Is it sounds? Does it look? Is nice is nice. Very good. Chat reveal. Oh, yes. I can see you now. That was one of the improvements from last stream. Alright, cool. Is the music as well at a good volume? This is all very important to me, because every time I stream, I feel like there's at least one or two egregious errors in my setup, whether it's audio or video. and it upsets me so much every time that I don't catch it. It's a pizza tower emote. What? What are you talking about? You like the different expressions? Thank you. I appreciate it. Ooh. Ooh, I like the way that monkey ball makes me feel. Alright, well, it looks like we're at a good everything right now, so let me just tell you what we're in for the stream tonight. You should gargle water. I want to see the other animation again. I should gargle water? Hold on, I do just happen to have a little bit of water right next to me. Why is this not working? Ah! The audio detection on my face doesn't seem to want to detect gargling. That's gonna be so stupid. These, my fear faces, I have two fear faces. One is just kind of scared, and one is terrified. And their only talking animations is this. So, anytime I'm slightly scared of something, and I talk, I'm just gonna be screaming and flailing around. I think it's very funny. It sounds like you're getting strangled. If he has any trout, probably he should try one of those honey-flavored mints they sell at CVS. Record POV when someone mentions walrus. The meds that make you toony are working like a charm, I see. Yes, indeed. I took the Looney pill. Ooh, speaking of Looney Tunes, the Day the Earth Blew Up has a Blu-ray pre-order right now. And it's like only, I think it was $17 on Amazon? I was like, yeah, baby. I couldn't catch it in theaters. It's already, like, out of every local theater I'm at. So I couldn't... I think the last time I checked, the closest theater that has that movie is, like, 45 minutes away from me. It's kind of lame. To be honest, just pirate the movie. That's not why I want... I think you're missing some of the, why I like this movie. It's the fact that, it's a 2D animated movie in the mainstream right now, in theaters. Which is, something that doesn't really happen very often. It is because of this that I would like to support the movie theatrically and profit-wise on the Blu-ray, so that the cold, unforgiving Warner Brothers Studios understands that people like that kind of media. Although it is a minuscule amount of support, I would like to, in some small capacity, show support for that kind of media. That movie got like 0 advertisement prior to release. I had no clue it existed until days after it was already out. Yeah, it's so weird. I'm only just now getting the like social media advertisements for it. It's already out of most of my local theaters. Like the closest theater, like I said, is 30 to 45 minutes away from me in like La Trobe. What movie? We are talking about Looney Tunes, The Day the Earth Blew Up. Do you still got the medicine pointing at us? Medicine. I watched the movie with my little brother. It was funny AF. I'm excited to see it. The Blu-ray doesn't ship until May, but I'm content with waiting for that. It's about... I don't want to know what it's about, although I kind of know what it's about through osmosis. Don't spoil it, jeez. I hate that it's releasing a month after it released on the US. Oh, that stinks. I was trying hard to avoid spoilers. Yeah, me too, ants. Can you pick up my nose with the Can you pick my nose with the point? Bloop, bloop, blip, bloop, bloop. There, I got it for you. The sudden change between normal person and surprised just made me laugh my ass off. Warner Bros. Has self-sabotaged their own 2D animation since I Was a Wee Lad, Iron Giant, Cats Don't Dance, Quest for Camelot. Yes, true. I still want to watch Cats Don't Dance. I have a copy of that. And that was one of those movies that is so hard to get hold of. Because I don't think it has any physical releases that you could just go and get or buy online. It's awful, and it's such a beautiful movie. Spoilers, Daffy is there. Okay, I knew that. Didn't you say it has released near where you live? It's just far enough from me to be an inconvenience. Plus, I don't... by the time I'm awake during the day, the movie theaters are already pretty much closing. So it's just a mild if I had my heart really set on it, I could go to the movies by myself at around like this time to go and see it, but I don't know. I'd rather be here with you. The expressions on this model are the best. Thank you. These facial expressions are so incredibly realistic. Did you look in the mirror to model? Yeah. He's emoting stream improvements. I see we have a lot of new people who have not been here at the last stream. Hey Record, have you ever wanted to install one of those rainfall shower heads in your bathroom? Rainfall shower heads. I think I vaguely know what you're talking about, and I really haven't given it any thought until you've mentioned it just now. Cats Don't Dance is gorgeous, and the music is so good. I've seen little bits and pieces of it just through, you know, clips and things, and it is one of those movies that I've just been dying to see. Hope you can get to watch it in the theater. If a friend of mine who is out of town right now happens to be around when it is still in theaters, maybe we'll go and see it. But something tells me it's not going to last another like week or two. I have a full physical folder of printouts of the character model sheets from Cat's No Dance. Great movie. Oh, interesting. I'll do my uttermost best to watch it as much as possible when it releases here. Oh, so it's not even in theaters in, I forget where Darker lives. I think he told me in Discord one time, like, the Philippines or something. You ought to set it up to point at us every time you say you. You. Peru. Okay, cool. That is weird. It's so the way they release things internationally is just fascinating. I'm getting onto a tangent. We excuse me. We need to get to drawing. And today I have this lovely little illustration right here for us. That will be appearing in Bloom Pop Disc 2. And it is imperative that I actually finish this tonight, because I need this illustration in a scene that I am currently outlining in the video. Strahd. It is Strahd, isn't it? Rodney Strahd. Look at that face. Cool transition. Excellent. I'm glad that it sounds good this time. At last stream, it sounded it sounded like a Windows error. Due to many things that were my fault and things that I don't really understand why it's doing. So it's I would like to improve that transition because there needs to be alpha channels in it to fully cap out the audio at the end. Like, let's just go back to the desk really quickly. The audio at the end there is meant to be a little bit more drawn out. You'll notice that it's it cuts off very, very abruptly. That was not how it's supposed to be. But that is the only way I could fix it from not sounding like a Windows error. River, my beloved. Yep. I've been getting lots of very beautiful fashion ideas from Tailsy in Discord. This is kind of a very simplistic outfit for River, but I think it still fits for this particular scene here. We are going to get right into it, hey? Right, we have all this. So that's that. So we'll have that in here, and then this. Do you want it to be that thick? No, I think we'll just go with normal thickness. What is going on with my tablet? There we go. It was all wobbly and wacky. What can we expect in Disc 2? You can expect a lot more plant-based hijinks. And perhaps you, the player character, for anybody who is new, the person in Bloom Pop who is going into the store, the player character, that is you. It's you. You your relationship with River will advance. We'll just say it will advance. Do you ever overthink when drawing? Yes, very, very often I do. It's a problem. But I do try my best to take a look. It's always best when you're drawing to if you're hitting a wall and things don't feel like they're clicking quite right, work on something else. Either pull up a new project, or take a walk, do something else, and then come back to the thing you were drawing. And with a fresh set of eyes, you'll often find things that you were missing when you were initially drawing it. Ooh. Emoji ribbon. Beauty. It's another one of those soundtracks that's just a gift. Oh, that's not quite right. This needs to be kind of like there. And this needs to be a bit further that way. Excuse me. Any pizza snobs here? I feel like for a lot of people, pizza is a go-to junk food option that they don't really care for. I'm really particular about pizzas. I drive 30 minutes for the good stuff. Wow. I can really go down on a just disgusting fast food pizza if it's made the way I really like it. Although I try not to do that as often anymore because it is just brutally unhealthy. What's the most infuriating thing that's ever happened to you as an artist? Like, did you ever have your colors stolen or messed up badly in a painting or something? The most nobody's really stolen my art before. That would be a new experience if that had ever happened. I hope it doesn't happen. I think some of the most infuriating things as an artist come from my own shortcomings. Things like realizing my designs aren't as original as I think they are, or the names I come up with for things are, for instance, used already by a large company that I somehow completely avoided until releasing. For context, my most recent video is called Bloom Pop 2002. Somehow, while I was looking up that name in order to make sure that it wasn't being used, I completely missed a flower company by the name of Bloom Pop. Completely missed it. So when I went to search my own video on Google, lo and behold, the first thing that comes up is this company, Bloom Pop, which is just extremely upsetting, and it's nobody's fault but mine, honestly, and that's the most frustrating thing. So I think that was a good example of infuriating. Miss some streams. Who are these gentlemen? Oh, this is River's band, Groceries for Hire. So we have here Rodney Strawman Rod, and Dango. Dango's the drummer, and Rodney is sort of the he's sort of a jack of all trades. He does all sorts of instruments and things. He's also a singer as well. And River is their guitar. You will see a lot of them in Disc 3. Not Disc 2, but Disc 3, if I ever get there. I want to be an artist like you, but I also want to maintain my figure drawing skills to draw well, I can't help you with the second part, but I feel like you should be able to maintain different styles as an artist. It's not like you're going to forget to draw a certain way if you draw one other way. I think you'll be fine. Record, guess what? I bought the tablet called XP Fun Deco. Could you tell me if it is good, or should I get another one? I don't know. I've never heard of it. I'm sure it's fine. Let's just get this out of the way. Release the walrus. I don't know what you mean, release the walrus. There's never been a walrus. I'm sorry to tell you, but there's never been a walrus. Well, I stand corrected. Hey man, remember me? Dude, I was in last stream. Thanks for answering my questions. Here's another one. Any ViewTube mini tutorials you recommend or learn about? The thing is so intuitive that I just kind of figured it out. It's, you know, you just kind of draw a thing for the open mouths, and then do a thing for closed mouths, and then do the thing for the blank mouth. It's like, if you know how to animate, it's it kind of makes sense. But I'm sure there's a tutorial out there that that'll help you figure out the finer details of the program. Mind if I ask what drives you to make art? Did something just hit you one day that told you this is what I want to do? And if so, what is that helped you? I think one of the most driving inspirations at a young age was Dave Pilkey. His graphic novels, Captain Underpants, and what have you, were an extreme inspiration for drawing comic books. And perhaps it got me into a bit of... it kind of shaped the rest of my grade school career, really. That is to say that I failed miserably. Because I think I developed undiagnosed ADHD, and just all I did was draw most of the time. Unless something was deeply interesting to me in school, I would spend most of my time thinking about drawing or just drawing. And eventually, I got to the point where I am today. So if you too want to be a mid artist like me, just you know, do that. I wouldn't recommend it, but that's how I did it. One of my mates dabs her pizza with napkin to soak up the grease. I've seen people do that. It gets me so much every time I see it. Occasionally, if a pizza is really, really greasy, I'll like tip it over and let the grease kind of like spill out like a like a spigot, because that is just too much grease is just too much. Like if you, I've had pizzas where you pick it up and then you tip it over and it's like a watering can of grease. That's like, you don't need that much grease, man. That's disgusting. I'll be honest, the first time I saw your videos, I assumed that it had to do with the real Bloom Pop store. Maybe it was an ad or something, since there is a Bloom Pop store around your location. Really? I didn't know they had any physical locations. I thought it was just an online store. Well, whoopsie daisy. First ever record Zorn mention. I entirely missed that message. Bro. I think they're talking about the, that one. Do we ever see Rodney without his cool shades? Eventually you'll see him at different angles. These are his prescription glasses, I would assume. But they are quite cool. They give him a bit of mystery. Like, you don't know what he's thinking or what he's feeling. Which I think is a big appeal with this character, is what's going on behind those eyes. I kind of hate those lines. I'll probably get to those later. Remember, record, to be careful when reading comments that could have something that could make you say something. Yeah, I'm fully aware. I don't think I would. I have enough self-awareness to avoid saying something egregious on stream. And even so, if it's something that I'm reading from chat, is that really my fault? It says more about the chat member than it does me, doesn't it? Don't listen to that strange robot. You're not mid. Ah, well, I appreciate it. If you don't like grease in your pizza, you can request your order to be done well done or extra crispy. That's what I do, and don't tip if they don't follow instructions. Yes. Looks like a Devo outfit or something. Yes. A lot of his whole deal is inspired by weird kind of music artists like that. I think the morph suit came from I don't know, I want to say Joji, the morph suit. So initially when I came up with the idea for Strawman, he wasn't a cup. He was a kind of a weirdo that would go around the setting that River would take place in the future. She has a job in the future, in a future what am I trying to say? In a hypothetical video game scenario where River would be the protagonist, I had an idea for a weirdo with a hand sanitizer head to go around and give people hand sanitizer. Like a weird little hand sanitizer dude that would just go around giving sanitizer to people. And I was like, that's kind of funny. But at that time, when I was thinking of that, I was also trying to figure out who her bandmates would be, because I wanted her to be in a band. And then I saw this guy with the hand sanitizer, right? Let me just give you a little preview. It was kind of like it was kind of like that. Right. And I was like, that's kind of funny, but then I was like, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Put a straw on that. That's where it's at. It just made more sense. And then I was like, why is he a cup? Does there need to be an answer as to why he's a cup? Maybe he's just a cup. Maybe that's all there needs to be to it. I've given up on trying to name things super originally, TBH, only so many combinations of 2 words there are that most are already been done. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I thought of, there was, very early on, maybe like the 2nd week of Bloom Pop being released, I was this close, like just this. Whoopsie. What have I done? I was this close to changing the name of Bloom Pop to Bloom Grow Pop. Like Bloom Grow Pop. But I stopped myself and I was like, you know, just commit to it. Whatever. Because Bloom Pop is only a small section of what is essentially called Pop Con Carne, which is the bigger story that these characters inhabit. And I've made a decent effort to make sure that Pop Con Carne stays my name for my thing. It's mine. Mine. Don't steal it. Mine. I've already copyrighted it, so don't even think about it. Strawman's thinking about the walrus. You can actually get banned from saying something you read on chat, and also, okay. It gives me weird AI, Weird Al, Dr. Sun vibes. Yeah. Joji, you mean pink guy? Yes, exactly. I don't think he's anything like Joji or Filthy Frank, but design-wise, that is kind of what inspired his outfit. Just a weird morph suit guy. Rodney, just a human wearing a cup costume. Yeah, pretty much. Boobadoo. Scooby-doo. Boobadoo. Doobadoo. Hey, Record, have you ever messaged other artists and talked to them for whatever reason, like on Newgrounds or something? I mean, I've tried to get into contact with artists that I've, for instance, Drive 45, to kind of get some vague semblance of permission to animate their songs, while I've already animated their songs, so I think I deserved the silence that I received. Apart from that, I don't really, I guess I briefly had a back and forth with Max Johnson, who did the A Beautiful Day music video, which was just one of the most impressive animated things I've ever seen. Like, it was up there. Like, super inspiring artwork from Max Johnson. Anytime anybody is like, do you recommend any indie animators? I'm like, immediately, Max Johnson. Look at A Beautiful Day. It is truly magnificent. It's disgusting and filthy and gross, but it is truly magnificent. Bloom Grove Street Pop. Bloom Grove Street. Yeah, it doesn't quite roll off the tongue, does it? So what's life outside of Rod the Cupman? Outside of Rod the Cuphead Man. That was a weird sentence. Do you like Flamethrower? Do you like Flamethrower, like in video games and movies, and just Flamethrower in general? Yeah, sure. Sure. I still find it so bizarre that some people's first exposure to George Miller was him as Joji and not Filthy Frank. Yeah, that is odd. That guy still gets like a crazy following, doesn't he? I have not followed him, I think, since, you know, that era of his internet life. You know, I read his novel. He wrote a novel. I completely forgot about this. But, the hell was that? That was weird. He wrote a wretched novel. And I was gifted it. And I was like, this ought to be a fun read. It was not, in fact, a fun read. It was perhaps one of the worst things I've ever read. It was so bad. It wasn't even... It was occasionally funny. But, it was mostly just agonizingly bad. Have you ever heard of Kirby Guardians on YouTube? Yes, I do believe I've seen that. It's an indie animation involving Kirby's, right? I believe I've seen that occasionally. That looks pretty alright. Yeah. Allow me to simplify. What's Rodney Strahd's life outside of Groceries for Hire? Okay. Okay, you can understand my confusion with the first one. I was like, what the hell is... what's his life outside of Groceries for Hire? I'd assume that his life is very, very simple. I feel like he has trouble expressing his emotions. So he compensates for that by being extremely goofy on stage as a performer. maybe goofy isn't the right term. The costume is sort of an attention grabber, something to get people to look at him. I really like Danny DeVito. He is hilarious in Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Yes, I don't know what prompted that, but yes, he is probably the best part of that show, apart from... there's a lot of good parts of that show, if I'm being honest. And Dennis and Charlie, and... yeah, they're all pretty great. Yeah, boy! I remember that the Filthy Frank George, and back then even that was too much for me. My brother liked him, which is how I found out. Yeah, I didn't... I would like the things he posted, or when other people... I liked him better in other people's things, right? I thought he was funnier and more entertaining in, like, the, when he was interacting with iDubbbz and How To Basic, and just in a group doing really ridiculous, stupid shit. By himself, he was not my favorite internet personality. Let's see, he would probably have, like... his thumb, like, coming out right there. His novel was shit? Who would have thought? Yeah. In retrospect, it was kind of, the writing was on the wall there. A simple life in an insane world. Yeah, I think part of the inspiration for him came from that outside of the suit, he is kind of a normal guy. And, to feel included, or to feel like he belongs in the performer setting, he needs to compensate for his lack of emotion. And Dango helps with that. Dango is a psychotherapist, an unlicensed psychotherapist, who has a special method of therapy that involves going into the analyzing the person's brain with music. And I think these two do some wacky psychotherapy music-related experiments on each other. Well, Rodney more so than Dango. Dango's the one who is doing it. Can you explain what love-hate relationships are exactly? I'm not going to define terms for you, man. You can look that up on your own time. Some people have that with art for some reason. So what does River do in Grocery for Hire? Does she do vocals or what? She is the guitar. Rodney has... there is going to be a point later where Rodney sort of encourages River to be a vocalist, but there are story reasons as to why she is resistant to that. You'll see some of that later on, if these characters do indeed advance. It looks like we have fan art from Strange Robot. Let's go check it out. And that gives us an opportunity to check out the bulletin board. Let's head on over there. Welcome to the bulletin board. This is where all of the lovely fan art goes. I've been sent a ton, an absolute metric ton of beautiful fan art from people. let us go and grab what we've been sent. Well, this is cute. Hold on, I need to name it something. And then put it in here, and then yes. And now go here and there, and here we go. Look at this. This is from Strange Robot in chat. It appears to be me with the walrus. Isn't that adorable? Thank you so much for that. Let me just stick that right on the board. Whoop. Shoop. Where do we put it? Let's put them right up here. We're starting to get to the point where things are overlapping. I kind of want to leave space for new artists rather than returning artists. We have a couple of brand new art from new artists, and some some I say, but many returning artists. Let us take a look at what we have here. I think you've already noticed the very cute animated GIF on the board. You might be wondering how I managed to get an animated GIF onto this physical bulletin board. This in the middle here is by Tailsy, who has been if if we had a fan art leaderboard, I think Tailsy would be at the very top. She drew this lovely animation of River and Naomi, encouraging me to keep drawing. Isn't that precious? Below that is a new artist by the name of Nade in the Discord. Nade drew a funny little angry river. Beautiful. Very much appreciated. Thank you, Nade. And the one directly to my right, your left, is another one by Tailsy. A wonderful a couple of outfits for River and Naomi, which is extremely useful. If you've been in the previous streams, you'll know that Tailsy is sort of my unofficial costume designer for River and Naomi, and these outfits right next to me here are just gorgeous. I love them very much. I especially love River's huge baggy pants in that one there. That is gorgeous. And even the dapper suit River as well is super nice. And the Naomi with the hair and everything about it is just chef's kiss beautiful. I don't have chat on this bulletin board, so let's head on back to the drawing desk. What have I missed? I saw your channel a while back with the Jack Stauber video and saw that you popped off with Bloom Pop. Keep up the good work, bro. Thank you. Rodney tripping balls while doing psychotherapy. In a sense, yes. I have many interesting video concepts that involve some Psychonauts level psycho craziness with Rodney and Dango. How the heck does the band is named after a Who on first? What? How the heck does the band is named after a Who on first? I don't even know how to respond to that. Sus color scheme on that mug. Sus. Oh, I missed a whole lot of comments. Whoa! Hold on. We just got €5 from hold on. Thibault Quillery. Thank you, Thibault Quillery. He says, I like what you do. Well, I like what you do. You get a special Bubsy. Hold on, where's he at?
I like it.
Thank you so much for the €5. I need to do some colors of river. I mean, river colored. That would be lovely. Let's see what you called art. Let's see what you called art. Okay. Drawings of river colored. River record. Do you get excited for the holidays because you can draw more? Because you can draw more holiday-related things with your drawings, like a zombie river or a reindeer Naomi or something like that. I do have fun ideas for that, but oftentimes I'll be in the middle of doing something unrelated that kind of takes up all of my time. So I do want to do stuff like that, fun little themed drawings, holiday special drawings. Where do I send fan art? I'll do one for a future stream. Oh, that would be lovely. Check the description and join the Discord. That is the best place to get in touch with me and send fan art. I am starting with drawing. Don't judge me. Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry about. I mean, you should spend a little. I would prefer if the things on the bulletin board, you know, had a certain degree of quality to them. Like, spend more than 10 minutes drawing something. I think there have been some points where in the very early streams, people have just sent me 5-second MS Paint doodles. I would much rather highlight the talent, if you catch my drift. Magical e-paper, yeah. Oh, yes, exactly. It's lenticular, that's what it is. It's lenticular. Is this synchronicity moment? I don't know what that means. Grilled cheese. Carl Jung and Sigmund Freud moment. This is so peak. Thank you. As an artist, do you think you have an eye for more than just drawing, like good design taste for furniture, or perhaps more insight for art that you see? I do very much enjoy interior design. I'm very fascinated by that. Games like Animal Crossing scratch that itch very much for me. I don't know if I'm any good at it, but I know what I like. Simplify again. How did Groceries for Hire get its name? That's a good question. I think I knew that at one point. I forgot to write it down. I think it has something to do with Rodney. I knew it at some point. I forgot what the reason was, and I forgot to write it down. Give me, like... We'll put a pin in that, and I'll get back to you on that. I'm gonna dip for now, but you have a good night, mate. Thank you. You as well. Hello, Record Breaker. First time joining stream. I love your artwork. It reminds me of Jim Davis's work. Thank you. I didn't realize that my art evoked so much Jim Davis until I released Bloom Pop. I still don't really think it does, but I appreciate the sentiment. It's very, very kind. I hope you're doing good, Record Breaker. Your avatar is looking awesome. I like the animation. Well, thank you. Much appreciated. Such kind words in the stream today. I'm a dip as well. Deuces. Have an excellent night. Didn't know there was a Discord. That's cool. Yes, definitely check the description. The description in the stream to check out the Discord. I think it's because of the facial features, eyelids, and mouth. Yes! I love your art. Thank you. Spaz attack. Up! 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 Anyways. Your voice is too calming. I tuned in and then next thing I knew an hour or more passed. I get that a lot. I don't really consider my voice to be remarkably calming, but I've gotten that on more than one occasion, so I'm glad to hear it. I appreciate you staying and listening to whatever this is, especially after. Funniest face since the Pog face. Your VTuber model and how it animates specifically on what you do. Wish I could learn how to do that. My face is being controlled by a program called Via de Tube. I should really put that in the description as well. It is called Via de Tube. And I think this particular model is Via de Tube Mini, which is completely free. If you have any knowledge of how to do simple animations, it is a very simple and innovative program. Innovative might not be the right term. Intuitive. Simple and intuitive program. I just picked it up and just basically made my own animations and plugged them in, and it works beautifully. I have so many... I was honestly not expecting it to take as many animations as I've stuck into it, but it's been taking them all. Very good program. Do you like Jim Carrey or any actor like Will Smith or Jackie Chan, and has your opinion of them as an artist changed over time? I know you aren't an actor, but I assume you have an eye for special effects. I enjoy Jim Carrey and Will Smith and Jackie Chan to an extent. I think I have a special place in my heart for Jackie Chan. He's just such a silly guy. And Rush Hour was one of I don't think one of my favorite movies, but it's one of those movies that I've seen like probably 100 times because it was one of the only VHSs I had available to me. And it's one of those one of those movies that just it's so stupid and it's fun. It's fun is what it is. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say something. No. You may have answered, but if one was to partake in the straw affixed to the fella's head, what might it taste like? If I were to make scratch and sniff cards for all of these characters, which in a way I kind of do want to do that, Rodney, his flavor would be chocolate. He's a chocolate milkshake. In reality, if you were to drink from his straw, you would just get air. It's just a costume. His costume is not. It doesn't have anomalous properties like River's hair. But at some point for social media, I want to do a sort of dynamic character profile, where it outlines all of the characters' interests, their likes, their dislikes, their sort of, you know, the details about the character. And one of those details I want to have is what they smell like. Which is, it's been a hard thing to sort of describe in a, in a, what's the word? A hinged sort of way, rather than unhinged. Because it's hard to, you know, when you're like, what does the character smell like? You kind of get this weird, like, oh, don't ask that. In my head, I think it's funny and cute to have a scent associated with these characters. It gives them a sort of sensory aspect. You know what I mean? I'm a big fan of scratch and sniff and like scented candles in general, and just weird flavor profiles. And I'd like to bring that to these characters, give them that kind of sensory aspect. I hope you understand where I'm coming from there. He's pogging silently. What is this? What does he mean by this? Looks like Rodney has webbed feet. It's all part of the morphs. I imagine he has socks on underneath the morph suit. Not shoes, but socks. Jackie Chan is very silly. I like Jackie Chan. On a scale of 1 to 10, how funny did you find the Jackass movies? I have not seen a single Jackass. And I don't think that's the kind of film that I would really want to see anyways. That's, from what I've seen, that just doesn't seem like my kind of entertainment. Can I roast marshmallows on her hair? Yes. It would probably taste not very good, but you could. Her hair, the flame in her hair is real. So you could do things you could typically do with a flame, with her hair flame. Of course, she probably wouldn't appreciate it. Sort of want to know, but also don't want to know what they smell like. If Nico doesn't smell like gunpowder, I will just maul about it for less than 5 minutes and then forget about it quickly. I think I do have his thing written down. I don't know if it was gunpowder. Let me check what it is really quickly. And Nico, for anybody who is unaware, is River's ex-boyfriend, whose motif is that of a bomb. Let me see if I can just real quick grab the, is this the right file? It is the right file, wonderful. It's a nice visual thing to pop up when I'm talking about these characters. This is Nico. Let's see, let's see. Where did I... What was I doing? I've completely... Okay, Google, yeah, yes. Popcorn carne. Hold on. Un momento. We got Naomi. Naomi is pollen and lavender. Lavender. Mindy is Nico's girlfriend. Oh, we have Nico right here. Nico. Ah. He smells like, this is what I've written down, probably in like 2021 or something. He smells like spray-on deodorant and burnt toast. So there you go. I think that's pretty accurate. What do I have for Mindy? I feel like, oh yeah, here we go. Mindy. Mindy is grapes and bubblegum. I just saw somebody in chat ask about Calvin Never Better. What does he smell like? I have written down here that he smells strongly of lemons. I don't know where I was coming from with that. Lemons. All of this could be subject to change. I've said on the Discord stream that we've had occasionally, but if something is not in an official released video or illustration, it is not canon. Dango probably smells like rotten old egg. No, I think Dango would be probably some kind of pina colada kind of smell. Something tropical with maybe kind of an alcohol scent to it. How does River sleep with an open flame in her hair? She can put it out. If she has it out, if she's forcing it to be out for longer, for a certain period of time, she gets a terrible headache. But she is able to control it to a degree. Does River like Lego Star Wars? Maybe. I see my fan art didn't make the board. I accept this clear challenge to go even harder next time. Did I not put it on the board? Oh, that's not the right place. That's not the right place either. I did forget to put it on. I have it on my phone. Hold on. This just in. I've forgotten to put something on the board. Give me just a moment. I'm literally receiving so much fan art now that I am losing track of it. This is from ShradEX in chat right now. Oh, it's very large. Hold on. Sorry to blind you. Whoops. Oh, I've lost. It's been lost in the void. I can see it. It's right down there. Yeah. Still very large. Very large. So big. Enormous, even. Oh, and this is kind of relevant because we were talking about what they smell like. Here we are. This is a lovely river from ShradEX in chat. I featured this on Instagram as well. Just in case you thought I forgot about you, I did not. In this particular instance right now, I did forget, but I do appreciate this art very much. Thank you. He asked what I smell like, and you told him. Yes, I'm afraid I did. Lovely art. Let's stick this baby... ooh, man. Yeah, we're starting to really cover things up. Where do we put it? Where do we slap it? Whoops, I accidentally moved the dust particles in the room. You can't see it, but there are actually dust particles. Let's stick it like right here? Yeah. No, wait, hold on. Like right here. And then we kind of shrink this one, and then bring that up like here? And then kind of shrink this one a little bit. There we go. Yeah. I want to give everyone the most, like, real estate as possible. Especially, new artists. So thank you so much. Let's take a minute to read chat, because I've been ignoring it for a moment. Let's just head up to the desk. Which Bloom Pop character would enjoy watching Jackass? Nico would definitely be into it, for sure. Maybe River would be. I feel like there would be more characters that wouldn't enjoy it than characters that do enjoy it. Calvin Never Better smells like misery. Lemons and misery. We'll have to add that. DC had to bastardize Scratch and Sniff Media with their fart comic. Oh dear, yeah. I forgot. I completely forgot about that. I wish you hadn't reminded me. Spray on deodorant, burnt toast, so a stroke. Yeah. Nico looks like the type to treat Axe or similar deodorant as shower in a can. Oh yeah. When you make lemon, make lemonade. Record, are you scared of flying roaches and rats? Ahem. I love the way everything is fully animated and detailed here. Here, this probably took forever to create and put together. Most of this stuff I already had kind of, you know, in my catalog. The where I am right now, this is the bottom of the chute, the video rental return chute. You could see it at the beginning of the stream. This is where I live. All of the videotapes come down the chute, and then I have to sort through them. With my little friend here, this is Eject. He helps me sort the tapes. I want to have Eject sort of on camera more. He's a bit shy. He does show off the fan art in the Microwave Rewind videos, though. I'm both surprised and not to see Walrus of the fan art of the dang Walrus lad really become an instant fan favorite. Yeah, I only had text on screen the one time that involved the Walrus, and now it's permeated 2 streams ahead of that stream. These fan arts are gonna fill this bulletin board in no time. Yeah, we do have a couple dedicated fan artists who make some incredibly beautiful work. I've been meaning to make some fan art myself, a mix of busy and lazy. Yeah, that's alright. I think Dango would smell like mojito and mango. Ooh, that's a good That's a good one right there. Mojito and mango with a slight scent of cigars. I like where your head's at. Eject, be the media player, big brain play. You also have the Wayback Machine in the bag. Yes, I do. There it is. That thing has gotten a lot of use recently. If you are a fan of the ham on rye video that I made, you'll see some more of that. Hopefully this year. got a lot going on, but a whole new ham on rye sequel is in the works. Stay tuned. Blink twice if you're being kept down there by him. What, by eject? No. I don't actually know how to get out of here, though. I've tried to go up the chute, but something always hits me in the head, and I tumble down, and I land in that box behind me. It's a sort of a Sisyphus kind of situation. It's a very tall chute, and it keeps it keeps getting steeper the higher you go up. It's I try not to think about it. Record, what's the most painful thing that has happened to you? Like, have you stubbed a toe badly? What is the most painful thing that's happened to you? The most painful thing. I had horrible tooth pain just a few weeks ago. I don't know if that's the worst thing that's ever happened to me. But it was really difficult to drink anything cold because it hurt excruciatingly badly. I'm still here. You do great stuff. Hope you do more of it. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. I'm going to keep trying to do what I do. I love the ham on rye video, and how much info became available apparent because of your video is wild and amazing. Yes, so much new stuff has been released regarding ham on rye. Not the animations themselves, but media pertaining to them has been coming in very nicely. I've gotten 6, so everything is on 0.7 speed. Hope all's good. Gotten 6, so everything... Well, I hope that keeps you from being sick. Do I sound... So I sound really slow to you right now, is what you're saying. So if I was to slow down even more... If I was to slow down even more... What does that sound like? Or if I were to speed up really quickly, what does it sound like normal speed? Let's get back to drawing. Are you thinking of adding more to your channel or Discord, like a drawing contest or something? I would love to do a drawing contest. I do have, in my backlog, a bunch of Humble Bundle game codes. And I think that would be a lovely thing to give away for an event like that. Adding more to your... Yeah, like, maybe one day we'll do a... some sort of contest or giveaway during the stream. Maybe something regarding fan art or something like that. And I can give away some codes. I think that would be a fun time. Ah. This air batter just gave me the realization that we're getting a new Rhythm Heaven game. Oh my god. So much joy. It's not even gonna be like the 3DS one where it's you know, remakes of the old ones, which was cool. We're getting a whole new Rhythm Heaven game with all new games. It's gonna be great. And on top of that, we're also getting like 3 or 4 Rhythm Heaven like style games in the works as well. We've got Bits and Bops. We've got Rhythmania. I think there's another. I mean, we have what's that other one? It's not Rhythm Heaven per se, but something melody something. It's like the new Parappa style game. Something Melody. Scratch and Melody, thank you. I cannot believe it's taken this long for us to get another Parappa-like. $90. I highly, highly doubt that they would make the new Rhythm Heaven $90. Like, maybe at most $60, which I think is even then is kind of pushing it. Rhythm Heaven has never been their, like, high-end thing that they always, like, advertise for. Which is kind of crazy to me that, it wasn't in a direct. Like, it was fully featured in a direct. I think the last Rhythm Heaven was kind of, like, shown briefly and then really quickly just put out the same day. This one got like a full like segment. So I don't know, maybe it is going to be a really high-end thing. That would be really crazy. I'll probably end up buying it, is the sad thing. It's going to be a Switch 2 exclusive, isn't it? That means I'm going to have to get a Switch 2. Damn. Is it going to be a Switch 2 exclusive? Because it wasn't in the Switch 2 Direct. It was just a regular Direct. So maybe it will be on a regular Switch. I didn't really think about that. I've been wanting to draw fan art, but my art style is super gritty, pixelated, and rusty. I don't know how your characters would translate to that. Hey, man. I always welcome experimentation. To make it fair, the drawings had to also be creative and original, so everyone had a good chance to earn points on whatever they were presenting. It would have to be some kind of themed thing, right? So I would present them with some sort of theme. Maybe something that involves Popcorn Carne or these characters. Maybe we can even, what you were saying before, have a holiday-related theme. We have the theme be River and Naomi holiday something, like a Halloween special. I think that would be fun. And these prizes aren't going to be like super extravagant. It's just going to be a game code. So, you know, don't go too crazy. A couple of nights ago, River actually made a guest appearance in a dream. Couldn't tell you what the context was or what she was doing. Wow. That's really incredible. That's the first time I think anyone's ever told me that. My character has entered your dreams. I think she's finally made it. They have to get Ko Takeuchi from making artwork of Western stuff. They have to get Ko Takeuchi from making artwork of Western stuff. That's not the artist who does the Rhythm Heaven stuff, is it? I thought his name was is it Ko? I think that is who you're talking about, right? He's the guy that does the WarioWare and the Rhythm Heaven stuff. That is Ko, okay. It sounded familiar. Oh, Frogger 2 has some really good beats. I'll take anything that gives me a pointer about drawing. Okay. I have, I think some of the best keys I have are for Antichamber, the game. It's a very good game. And the new ToeJam and Earl game, I have a key for that. Those are both very high-end, well, high-end, quote-unquote. They're very good games. River and Naomi Veterans Day Bonanza Extravaganza. That would be a funny thing to do, have like a Veterans Day special where they're in like military gear. That would just be stupid. Like alternate reality Popcorn Carne where they're fighting a war. What kind of fictional holiday does Popcorn Carne celebrate? The Popcorn Carne universe is pretty parallel to normal reality. There's a lot of weird, wacky things that happen, you know, that are of course fictional, but it is more or less Earth as we know it. Honestly, I think people would prefer if they got artwork from you. I bet people would go crazy for that price. Oh, sort of like a commission, you mean? We could work something like that out, maybe. Now I want to see River cocking a shotgun and going crazy. What is going on here? Artwork. Drawing. Think I'll go. Bye-bye. Well. Welcome, welcome. Goodbye. Thank you for stopping by. If your project called... Is your project called Bloom Pop or Popcorn Carne? I'm gonna feel so dumb if I've been calling it wrong this whole time. Okay, so... bring you to the chart. Bloom Pop, as a video series right now, is the, sort of the subtitle of the sort of garden shop thing that's going on with Bloom Pop right now. That is the name of the shop, and so that is the name of that series. But as a whole, the characters and the story that they inhabit is called Popcorn Carne. So it would probably be like, what would it be? It would be Popcorn Carne colon Bloom Pop. But of course, I'm not going to put that in the actual title, because I think that would just be more fluff that is not really necessary. I think calling it Bloom Pop 2002 gameplay video has an intriguing ring to it that gets people to... it gets people's curiosity going. It's like, oh, what is this? Is this some sort of game? And then they click on it, and it's kind of like a game. But it's like, wow, I've never even heard of this before. And people to this day are like, where is this game? I've never even heard of this game. That's the trick. I've tricked you. I've tricked you. I've tricked the audience into thinking something is more interesting than it is. Why is it called Popcorn Carne? That is something I can't really tell you because it is a spoiler. But there is a reason for it. The PopCon part of it comes from this this section here with these characters, and I guess some of these characters, mostly all of these characters, will come into play in the PopCon segment, but mostly these characters. Where in a future hypothetical video game scenario, the ideal media I'd like to have for Popcorn Carne is a playable video game that you can purchase, featuring River as the protagonist, where she has been employed. This is probably like a decade in the future, after the Bloom Pop videos. Time has passed, and she is now employed at the resort and convention center that is run by Naomi's father and stepmother. And she is faced with a gaggle of wacky characters, and she is tasked with solving mysteries. And I think it'll be a fun time. I've only written a little bit of it, but that is the general concept of the PopCon segment. The Carne, there's a reason for that, but it's a spoiler. I'm going to call it a night. Wish you all a good time. Well, thank you for stopping by. It's been how long now? An hour and a half, pretty much. And we've not got a lot done, which is par for the course. The universe is Popcorn Carne, and the series about the shop with Naomi's family and River is Bloom Pop. Yes, exactly. De facto Joe smells like coffee. De facto Joe... I think I had that he smelled like, what did I have? I have the document open. Where is that at? Smells like citrus and dust is what Mr. De Facto smells like. Citrus and dust, which I think is that's a good one. I like that. Whoopsie! What have I done? Stop it! Stop! No. Okay. Use the power of Poe's Law. Hey, Record, say you and River teamed up. How many... You've asked this before. How many toddlers do you think you could take on in a fair fight? River could take out numerous toddlers. I feel like I could take out a lot, but I also overestimate my strength. I think I would get taken out very quickly. I would be like that zombie movie where all the zombies kind of piling on top of each other. I would just get piled on by toddlers and just destroyed. I'm going to call it. Oh, yep. Why are the boys funny? You telling me you don't think this guy is a funny fella? Look in those eyes and tell me you don't think that is a funny fella. Record, that board thingy, you only pin fan... Do you only pin fan art, or do you pin just any drawings your followers make? It's gonna be fan art. Only fan art. If we narrowed down to just anything that anybody draws for any reason, I think that board would get filled up very quickly. So for the sake of relevance, we're just going to keep things just fan art. They should be drawn very seriously. I think River would be able to take out 4.5 toddlers for scientific reasons. If River was, I don't think ethically she would want to fight toddlers, but I think she could take out quite a few. A piercing weapon could destroy so many toddlers. All right, I think we should stop talking about this before I get put on some kind of list. I took a bath and made water drip onto the kitchen floor in the hour that you've been streaming. Very unhumorous. The fan art, fart, if you will, community board. Is River dating that straw guy? They look like they are. Very interesting that you would ask that. They might have some sort of romantic involvement. Are they dating? Maybe. You'll just have to see. In some ways, I'm not even completely sure myself. I'm not even completely myself. I'm just going to answer that by saying maybe. You might find out more about that in Disc 3. I'm gonna put record on the walrus list. In the context of the universe, what's the main format that the characters use for music? So in this period of time, right? Bloom Pop 2002. CDs are going to be the popular media thing, because that is pretty much what it was in 2002. Music CDs. So just imagine real life in 2002. That's basically how this universe operates. The only difference, really, is that there are weird, freaky-looking people. Whoa! We got $20 from Tailsy! Hello, Popcorn Nation, and good evening, dearest Record. Hope stream has been delightful so far. Well, thank you! You're always... You're too good to me. That is insane. Tune in and find out on the next exciting episode of Record Breaker 301 stream. Go play more edutainment games, or else I'll kill River and 4 to 5 toddlers. Well, thank you again, Tailsy. Welcome to the stream. I've gotten so very little done because I've been answering chat questions. I was thinking about implementing some sort of what do you call it? Text-to-speech program. But the way the chat is most of the time, I don't think that would be a feasible thing to add. Not without, like, some sort of gate to it. Something to kind of regulate who can say what in text-to-speech. I think that's a slippery slope. MVP Tailsy. Everybody loves Tailsy. She is, as we all know, the she is on the top of the leaderboards for Pop Con Carne fan art. If there was a high scoreboard, she would be up there. If it was possible, I would volunteer to read them. That would be... Huh. I know that we, for everybody who's new here, I'm sure we have some new people here who are not on the Discord. We do have the occasional Discord discussion with our sort of board of trustees, if you will. And one of the ideas that was brought to the table was just having a second person on stream that reads chat to me while I draw. Because I draw during these Discord discussions, and we've realized that I get a lot more done when people are talking to me rather than typing to me. That way I don't have to read what people are telling me. Which makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, maybe we could do something like that. Have a co-stream. I'd love to talk and not you, I mean somebody else on... Somebody with me on stream reads chat to me. Should make her belt just a bit chunkier. If I had the entirety of chat in Discord voice chat, that would be blasphemous. That would be chaos. I've seen activity in the Discord voice channels. I was interested in checking out what was going on. Yes. If you would like to be included in that, check the hashtag roll call channel in the, what do you call it? The Discord, the Record Chat Discord. There's a special role that you can choose to be notified when we do that. I'm actually going to pull up one of that lovely drawing that Tailsy drew of Record with the pants. Did I say Record with the pants? I meant River with the pants. I can see it, but you can't. Record, have you made any monsters? If you know me, I like to draw monsters, but have you made any monsters maybe when you were a kid? If you have, could you doodle him? Like just a small doodle, please. Monsters. Actually, one of the very first comics I ever made was called Mini Monsters. And it featured 3 monsters. And this is what they look like. I think they had kind of like this kind of body. No, it was kind of, they had like these kind of feet. And the other one was... I think there was one that was kind of like... and he had like spikes on him. And there was another third monster. It was a group of 3. And I can't remember what exactly they were. I think there might have been like an armadillo-looking one. But this one right here, this guy right here, his name was Mutty, right? That is what I called this guy. And he was like the main guy. He was the protagonist monster. And I've actually sort of adapted this monster into a character in the Popcorn Carne universe. He is I think we have here unnamed weird homeless guy. An unnamed weird homeless guy is gonna have a dog named Mud. And that dog will in some ways represent that monster. You might even see that dog in Bloom Pop. That was a weird little aside there, but yeah, I've seen activity. Yep, seen that. Record is a chubby chaser. What made you say that? Record has elephant memory. Join the Discord. Well, thank you. Glad to have you. Yeah, the pants always need to be, like, kind of bigger than I think they need to be. Kind of be like... Ooh, I like the way that Spyro makes me feel. I like the way that Magic Crafter's Homeworld theme makes me feel. Ever since I found Bloom Pop, I asked my doctor if he could change my estrogen prescription to the candle kind so when I grow up I can be like River. Estrogenize responsibly, children. I got a music recommendation. Listen to Barber Capricorn Concerto there's a lot of stuff to that. I won't put that on stream because I like to try to keep the stream as free of copyright strikes as possible. Way ahead of you, Chief, but thank you for the concern. Wonderful. I wish you all the best. Record, do you have those embarrassing moments when drawing the intimate parts of the characters, like you don't want to look weird or something? I always have that moment, lol. I hope you get it. In a sense, yes. I try to get over it by not making a big deal out of it. It's like, we're all people. We all have people parts. You know? We all have buttholes. At least I hope we do. I would hope you have a butthole. Like, imagine imagine the guy that bullies you at school. Or that really mean teacher that is just the worst ever. People that make your life miserable. And just think to yourself, they've got a butthole too. They're just like me. No, yeah, it kind of doesn't really crease like that. It kind of just comes right down to it. There would kind of be something like, some of that, maybe. And there's got to be like a thread. There's got to be like a pocket here, right? Jeans always got to have a nice little pocket in it. I'm going to try to go really hard with River's jeans here. I want to really give her some good-looking jeans. Let me see in chat here for a second. River look sick in those jeans. She does look pretty sick. I'm excited to color this. This is going to be a fun time. It's already looking really nice. And I like Rodney's simplicity in comparison to all what's going on here. Both because he's easy to draw and because he kind of stands out as sort of the outlier in the group. There's something off about him. It's just a body, not that weird. Exactly. I don't know what it is when I'm drawing the character. It makes me feel uncomfortable, especially if there is someone watching me. I understand what you mean. I've had that before. It's just, you know, the more you do it, the more natural it feels. I think it's just only a big deal if somebody makes it one. Yes, exactly. Like if someone... I feel like that's sort of a middle school kind of mentality when somebody's like up behind your shoulder and it's like, ooh, he's drawing the butthole. Ooh, look at him, he's drawing the butthole. And it's like, come on, man, we've all got buttholes. There'd kind of be like we want to have it fully like this. Did my whole screen just flash black for everybody else, or was that just me? That was kind of scary. I should probably save. That looks pretty spiffy. Pretty spiffy. How is Rodney Strawn's father, by the way? I'm still working that out. I know I want him to have a sort of complicated family dynamic, Rodney. I'm still working the details out on that, because it's not particularly relevant with River's story, so it's kind of like an afterthought, really. With I'm completely focused on River's involvement with these characters, and not these characters' full backstory. I know they're general backstories, but it's so... I don't want to say unimportant, because it is important to how he is, but it's so unrelated to all the things that I'm thinking about and writing for these characters. I want to actually get it nailed down, but so far I'm not sure. Like I've said, if it's not in a video or an illustration, it's not canon. So I'm going to leave it right there. Butthole Gang. I was walking bent over a city worker, was filling cracks, and you can imagine what happened. We're not so different, you and I. Why, when are you drawing your character, is standing still? Are you drawing with your mind? Or is your character... Yeah, I've just been kind of... I don't know. I've been answering a lot of chat, and having me look directly at you just feels more personal. But you're right, I have been drawing with my Neuralink. I really should just be drawing like this. Can you add the scene in Bloom Pop where they say in unison, "Man, this sure is a record breaker"? And then Record Breaker 301 appears and says, "You can't say that again." Then the studio audience laughs. No. In the early 2000s, she should have a wallet chain for authenticity. Ooh, wallet chain. It's not a bad idea. Does River own a cell phone? Yes. I actually did a little bit of cursory research on that, and Nokia was sort of the hot thing in 2001, 2002. So these guys would probably have some Nokias. Or flip phones or something. Okay, you're officially in your house, but yet in regards to having a second person to read chat, I'm all ears. Wonderful. Would you, Tailsy, would you like to do that now? Because that would genuinely be very helpful. Tailsy is sort of like the super supporter for the channel and Discord server, so I trust her judgment and her ability to read chat. I owned one of those phones. That makes me feel old. Yes, it has been that long. Just tell me what to do. Let me give you a little call. See if I can put you on the stream. Hold on. This might mess with the audio. Let me just axe the music really quick. Let's see what this sounds like. Oh, she says she'll be here in a second.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hey. Okay.
Say some words, and I'll adjust your volume.
I'll just say more words. Hello, hello.
Keep it coming.
Is it coming through?
I think so. I just want to make sure I got a good volume for everybody else.
I'm here now.
Okay. I think that should be good. Let me know in chat, anybody who's in chat, if that is alright. Your record, I just want to say the vibe in your channel is always so great, and seeing you create puts me in such a creative mood as well.
There is a delay.
Thank you. Oh, there is a delay? I can imagine there would be. Appreciate what you do. Thank you so much, Bran. And Tailsy, I'm putting you in charge of chat now. Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm the wrangler of this whole destined place.
Yes. That would be more like down here. There's like weird little Discord icons on on my canvas screen now. It's very annoying. Oh, I think I managed to make it go away. Okay, cool.
Okay, from KeyBrain121, it says, I want to hear the on-stream narrator to say, Baba Booey. Well, Baba Booey.
You've gotten your wish. You have... Chat, you now have a dedicated narrator now. Think of the possibilities.
Onda says, oh, I left for like a few minutes and now Tailsy is in charge of the stream. How nice. Yes. Mama Peach says, enjoy your night, folks. Keep up with the great work record.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Much appreciated. She's coming through fine for me, but let me know if her volume is okay. I would like to have the audio all good and consistent for the stream. Because I know things sound good for me, but oftentimes they will sound not good for the stream. Can't hear her at all. Uh-oh. I'll boost her a little bit. Alright, read some stuff. Tailsy? You there? Hello?
Uh-oh.
Oh. That sounded a little bit loud for me. Is that good? Is that a good volume? Can you hear me? I don't know what's going on.
It's gonna come out way later than you think, record. I think the delay is just really long.
Really? Are you hearing me through the stream or through Discord?
Okay.
Oh, it's that delayed. How can it be that delayed?
I hear you through both.
Oh, that's gotta be awful. Would it be easier to just hear me through Discord? That would probably be the best, like the first time, like the most recent version of my voice. In the meantime, I'm trying to figure out what a good shoe looks like. Let me look up a shoe really quick. Sneaker.
Well, the thing is that in order to see chat and also seeing if it goes through properly, I'm trying to see if it works through both.
Ah.
We're just experimenting.
It also seems like my mouth is speaking for you as well. I gotta figure out how to make that not happen. We'll make it work. Shoe. Shoe? What kind of shoe? This would be kind of like,
Yeah, I'm noticing that.
It's not a bad looking shoe. Let me see here. Yeah. It's kind of got like
Alrighty, from what I'm seeing right now from our whole debacle, Anda says, I like how she says my name, haha. You can call me Waves if you want, because Andes means waves in Portuguese. Oh, that's neat. And then from Ants, we say, are you a fan of leather jackets? Or how many do you... Oh?
Am I a fan of leather jackets? I don't personally wear them very often, but sure. They're alright. I'm very loosely using this shoe as sort of a template. No, that sucks.
Ouija says, "Hi, Record, I'm back. I sent fan art on the Discord."
Oh, lovely. Let's go take a look, shall we? Whoa, look at that! Let us head over to the bulletin board for a moment. One moment. Check this out. This is from Ouija in the Discord and in chat. It is a lovely, lovely little river. She's doing her little good vibes hands. That is wonderful. Thank you so much. I love the expression. That is very nice. I guess now is a good time to bring to the attention of the chat.
Cute.
One moment. Just yesterday, or I guess more accurately, earlier this morning, I have ordered for the stream. Hang on. Well, not for the stream, but just in general. Let's shrink you down. There will be Bloom Pop stickers. They are currently in production. This is one of River, doing her little good vibe hands. I like it a lot. This is actually designed.
All the stickers.
Yes, it was designed by Tailsy here. She was very generous in helping me come up with emote designs for the Discord, and this is one of the designs that she came up with. I like it a lot. It's very cute. There is also 4 other stickers. I'll give you a little preview of that as well. If I can find them. I've somehow lost to the stickers. Where'd they go? Oh, here we go. There is this sticker here, and also we have this lovely river as well. Pretty nice. And thank you so much, Ouija, for the lovely river doodle. I'll stick you right there. Right below that. Ooh, yeah, right like that. Beautiful. Awesome stuff. Let us return now to the drawing. Maybe just having like little laces coming down here would be alright.
I wanted to wait till we were back on the drawing board, but now that we're past that, I'm really happy for the stickers, everyone. And from our latest comment we have from Ant's Hey Record, are you Mexican? Would you like to be a Mexican? Have you ever dated any Mexican-speaking people or Spanish-speaking ladies? Sorry.
I have never, nor will I ever be a Mexican, but I think Mexican women are lovely. Thank you for asking. I think that's pretty nice, just having these, like, big chunky laces coming off the side here. Not too bad. Yeah, I'll take that. I basically took nothing from this, this reference picture here.
Sweetie says, they've done turned river into a candle.
Yes. Yes. You know what would be a good merch item is it's just like a scented candle, but the jar is in the shape of her head. I'd sell millions. I instinctively wanted to draw her flame here, but for the purposes of this picture, she will not have her flame. And that is intentional.
From Ant's Record, how long have you worked at a Starbucks before?
I don't know why you think I worked at Starbucks, but I've never worked at Starbucks. It seems like a very miserable place to work. Just constantly having to take everybody's weird coffee orders. And I feel like coffee is one of those things where it's like everybody has a different way of getting their coffee, and it's just like never the same thing twice. I know very little about coffee, but that is sort of the impression I get. That doesn't look right. Maybe I should just have it kind of disappear into the folds. Yeah, I
A previous comment from SharadyX says, I stepped away for 10 minutes and came back to Tailsy stream debut. Let's go! Yes, I'm here talking and hopefully coming through properly with the comments.
Very cool. I'm assuming that Tailsy's volume is alright. Please let me know if it is too loud, too quiet, or in between. There's been dozens of cases during the stream where I have some kind of audio thing happening, and it's just egregiously awfully too quiet or loud, and nobody in chat lets me know. I mean, it's not your duty to let me know, but I would very much appreciate it if I am blowing your ears out. Because it's literally impossible for me to know until afterwards, where I have to look back at the stream and see, did I have the audio at the right levels? And most of the time, the answer is no. I did not have it at the right levels. These are pretty nice looking pants.
From Brain 121, it says, so question, if a woodchuck could chuck wood, how much wood can a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
You're just saying that so you can make Tailsy say weird things, aren't you? The answer is 4. You won't be able to see behind River here, so I'm just closing off the gaps where color would happen.
From Jagger Gruth, they say, the reason River put out her flame is because otherwise she would burn down the stadium.
Yeah, maybe. There is a definitive reason for why she doesn't have her flame on right now, but that could have something to do with it. You never know. I've said it a couple of times on stream before, but you really shouldn't need to worry about River setting things on fire. Oh, wait a minute. The speaker would kind of go all the way this way, wouldn't it?
Ondasages says, let him cook, said Tailsy. And another question from Ants says, hey Tailsy, if you were an alcoholic drink, which one would you be? Quite frankly, since I've had a few drinks on my occasion, I think I would be a nice screwball whiskey. It goes great with root beer.
I just glanced over and somebody said volume is good, so that my fears have been put to rest. I do feel more liberated now that I can just kind of focus on the drawing. Why is that not working? Oh, it's okay, that makes sense. Yeah, there we go.
Ouija says, has River ever purposely burned something with her hair?
Purposefully? Probably. I actually wrote down a concept for a. It was going to be a comic, but I think it would be better if it was a short animation between River and Naomi. And I've been often asked if River is a smoker, and I've questioned that. I'm like, would she be a smoker? I don't know. But now I've actually written down a short script involving that concept of if she is a smoker or not, and I think it is very cute and wholesome. will that be done anytime soon? Probably not. That might be an after Disc 2 kind of thing. Let me actually color him. That's not right. There we go.
Jacker Gook says, Dango's the Eggman. We are the Eggman. I am the creature that shall not be named. Goo-goo-goo-choo.
You know, I didn't really think about it, but Dango does have a an ominously walrus-like quality about him. That's not right. Here we go. Ooh, we're getting that color already. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I haven't even drawn the outlines for Dango yet.
Alrighty, I have 2 comments from Ants. They say, Record, have you ever attended any live theater or played in any before? What would you like to watch? And P-Brain says, I think River would have tried cigarettes and coughed and then threw the pack in the ground questioning why people smoke these. Well, for everybody in the comments, I want to say I'm very much an advocate for her being a smoker in her youth, and over time she stops.
I think you hit the nail on the head right there. I think in her time with Nico, from her like grade school life to her just before meeting Naomi, and she was a smoker. And you might see a story later on, a short vignette, if you will, involving Naomi and River and cigarettes. We'll see. It'll be a cute, fun little thing. I say it'll be cute and fun, but it'll probably take me several months to make, and well, will it be worth it? Maybe. We'll see. To answer Ant's question about, what was it, if I ever went to a theater show?
The T-Romancer says, hello, strangers. Hello, stranger.
Hello. Welcome to the stream. I've been to, gosh, I don't know if you could call it a theater show, but I think I've been to, oh, what the hell is it called? Video Game Music Live? Something like that? I'm pretty sure it was Tommy Tallarico, of all people, who was the, who organized this, like, video game music orchestral event thing. I'm pretty sure it was Tommy Tallarico. I could be wrong in that. But his mother is very proud of him. And it was a big, concert where they, like, played different video game footage in the background, and then an orchestra did, like, covers of it. It was interesting. Ooh, I love the way that Touch My Katamari makes me feel. I oughta grab some more Katamari music, because this stuff rocks.
Alrighty, we have 2 comments from Jacker Goose. We have, does Dango have bald angst? about his baldness. And Ick Lemons says, "Hi, record and friend.
Hello.
I drew fan art and put in the Discord. Go check it out." Alrighty, go ahead, record.
Oh. Pog. Does Dango have bald angst? No. I'm sure he's a very chill guy. Let us check out what has been posted in the Discord. Hold on, let us go to the bulletin board. Whoa, look at this! This is super cute. We have, I think, one of the very first Rodney fan arts. I know Tailsy has drawn Rodney before, but she's drawn everything that I've drawn. This is lovely. Look at that. That's very nice. Check him out. You got a straw and all the colors. Look at that. That is lovely. I like that very much. Thank you so much from Ick Lemons. Let us see. Where do we put this? We're starting to really run out of room. Let us put it like.
It's nice to have a dedicated Rodney fan art. Yay!
Hell yeah. Stick him right there. It's gonna get. It's gonna hurt me so much to like cover up some of these really pretty ones. But I like the idea of just having a chaos board full of all sorts of art. It's very fun. Alright, let us head back to the drawing desk. I think I forgot, but when Tailsy donated earlier, I don't think I did this.
I like it.
Now that we've got that out of the way, let's get back to drawing.
Alrighty, we got a lot of comments here, so let's start. From Luigi, we say, "So Bloom Pop and the Roblox oof are related." From P Brain 121 again, he says, "Tommy Earthworm, Jim Tallarico, those were good games." From Jagger, they says, "The Pog Face of Doom, man, the Pog Face of Doom." And from Ondes record, "I think you are going to need a second board to fill all that."
Yeah. Pog. Oh. 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 The idea is that the board will be so crazy filled with art that it'll just be a massive collage. And hopefully people will understand that eventually their art will be covered. But and you can see all of this fun art in the Discord, in the fan art chat. So if you had a particular picture that you really like to see, check it out in the Discord.
For our next batch of comments, we have from Ants. "Hey Record, what's the most expensive thing you've ever purchased on eBay?" From P Brain, "The community fan art, fart if you will." Oh, thank you. "Board will be great and will expand super fast." from Ouija. It says, with time, the bulletin board would look like a detective conspiracy board with journal pages.
It'll basically be like my ham on rye conspiracy. You can actually a little bit of a continuity error, but you can actually see it behind me. The bulletin board, how it used to look with the ham on rye stuff on it. Now it will be a conspiracy as to why so many people like my art. It's a mystery, but a wholesome and very appreciated mystery indeed. I appreciate all of everybody who's drawn me things. It is insanely generous to spend your time in such a way. Oh yeah, hit me with that. Ooh, Mojib ribbon. Oh, what is the most expensive thing I've bought on eBay? I'd have to think on that. I bought a really nice dark crystal Chamberlain statue in a big bundle of things.
Well, for the record, I wanted to say that your art is very charming, and it always just brings me childhood joy.
Well, thank you. I do my best. And Tailsy is always just the coolest when it comes to encouraging my art. And she's very nice. She's too nice. You're too dang nice. Now to finish that thought, I bought like probably a couple, maybe, I think it was a pretty decent deal. It was probably like $120 worth of dark crystal merchandise.
For the next batch of questions, I think you were trying to answer the previous question regarding the most expensive thing on eBay that you've bought.
Yes.
I think it was a dark crystal.
Yes. It was like a big bundle of like $120 worth of stuff. All dark crystal related. There was like a dark crystal board game, dark crystal concept book, and the coolest thing in it was the dark crystal Chamberlain statue, where he's kind of holding the what is it called? The trial by stone sword, where they the chat just crashed. That's lovely. Give me a moment. Not enough memory to open this page. That's not a good sign. One moment while I fix the chat. That should about do it. For those who haven't seen the film The Dark Crystal, there is a scene where the Skeksis, these massive, scary bird creatures, they're...
Good thing I'm here.
Oh yes, indeed. They sort of, do everything very, very, abrasively. I think Tailsy is extremely delayed. That's why she's popping in, unusual times. It's not her fault, it's my fault. What was I saying? They have a big rock that they hit with a sword to kind of assert dominance over each other. And the statue I have is of the Chamberlain with a big sword, his big rock hitting sword, and it's very cool, and I like it a lot. This is going to be a tricky one.
Now for the next batch of comments again.
Please.
From P. Bearing, they say, Bubby Boa. It's Bubba Koa, sorry. From Charade, will you always put the new pic overlapping the next bubble on mine? The text is too small to read anyways. From Jagger, is Dango gonna speak in creature that shall not be named like voice?
I think Dangle will have a very, I don't know, what kind of voice would he have? Just kind of chilled out. I feel like both these guys are very chilled out. Rodney would have kind of like a very reserved, kind of like, normal guy voice. And Dango would just kind of have an older, an older, reserved, kind of chill guy voice. It just comes down to, I guess who I'd cast as them, and I'm awful at coming up with fan casts, so I'd have to go through a bunch of different voices and see what I'd like for them to sound like.
From Ondes, they say, I don't think I want my drawings or any